All right. So thank you for joining me, everybody. We're going to kick off with our signature song for our club. So let's get moving into this wonderful winning Sunday.
Have you heard? Do you know a new way for your money to grow? Not talking about a bank, or stock market rank. Here's what we're saying: the foundation we're laying. There's all types of money. Digital currency is changing the world. A way to even the playing field. Power for the people to wield. Still cryptocurrency, cryptocurrency, cryptocurrency. Changing how the world does business. Ask MLS system how to get in on this. Send money around the world almost free. We don't need a bank's permission, you see. Tell your friends about MLS system. Here to raise our financial wisdom. Spreading like a wildfire all over.
All right. Great evening, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me this evening. For those of you that don't know me yet, my name's Josephine Nyinaku-Thomas, also known as Lady Jo. I want you to pay attention to my front screen. You know, these slides have been kindly and graciously put together, on my behalf. All I'm doing is sending a message, but I want you to pay attention to those wonderful words. All your needs and desires are met before you even ask. Those are beautiful words. And I've noticed that on quite a few of my different slides. And I thank you kindly for the beautiful words and the gestures, because, you don't have to do it and you do. And I appreciate that. So thank you. Thanks a million. So I just want to acknowledge that, and I want you to penetrate those words, because anything you want in life, you ask, it's going to be met. Okay. Just believe in yourself and believe in your vision. All right. So I'm going to get right into the presentation, ladies and gentlemen. And obviously we have a little disclaimer, terms and conditions. I'm not a licensed financial advisor to be dispensing financial advice. The illustrations in the presentation are for educational purposes only. The numbers are based on individual and team performance, and do not base any of your financial decisions on anything that we show you here. It's totally up to you. There is no refunds in this club, because it's a member to member, peer-to-peer club. Okay, so I just wanted to get that out the way. And here I am again, Josephine Nyinaku-Thomas, also known as Lady Jo. I've been a part of this amazing club since 2017, and it's been a life-changing experience. The financial literacy has positioned my family for generational wealth, and it's been a huge blessing and a privilege to share this vision. I was born in Ghana in West Africa. I was born on a military base. My father retired in 1976 and became a diplomat for the Ghana High Commission. He was posted in London in 1976. I moved there at the age of 6 months old, so I was raised and educated there. I now reside in the Keystone State of Pennsylvania. I have ties to New Jersey and Jamaica. My professional background is the travel industry. I have a 27-year-long career, but my goal here is to help everybody win and to become financially free. And I just looked at the date today. It's the 18th of October. Exactly 2 years ago on this date, Wall Street, Mr. Darry Perkison was in our town. He was in Philadelphia sharing a vision with presentations. So the date just hit me in the head. Okay, sorry, just a fun fact. All right, so buckle up, we're doing it for the younger generation. This is our future generational wealth. These are our next lawyers, doctors, teachers, brain surgeons, ambulance drivers. We have to make sure we lay a solid foundation, because these are going to be the next people leading the charge. And I think it's very important to arm them with the right equipment, because we want to see beautiful little girls like her being the Supreme Court justice, sitting in high positions, positions of power. So it's up to us to make sure we make that happen. If your home economy is not growing, there's no one to blame but you. New ideas can pay your mortgage this week. It's time to start building your life and your family economy. When I first heard this statement, back in 2017. It didn't go right in. It went in one ear and over my head and probably down the side of my leg. I literally had to see this presentation at least 5 or 6 times before everything sunk in. But the one thing I did was jump in from the get-go. I learned as I earned. So it's very important. Everybody sitting here tonight is in a position to definitely change your home economy. Charity begins at home, okay? The wise man built his house on the rocks. The foolish man built his house on the sand. You're in a position of power here, ladies and gentlemen. You certainly are. So your why should make you cry. You know, what is your why? What is your reason for why you want to continue on this journey we call life? What is your purpose? What wakes you up every morning? Is it more valuable time with your family? Do you want to diversify your income? Do you want to get rid of that debt that's just strangling you? Do you want to plan for your children's college fund? Do you want to give back to charity? Do some philanthropy work? Do you want to just gain financial freedom and time freedom? Have a peace of mind? Do you want to travel the world, lead a golden legacy? What's your why? This is my why. My why is my 2 teenage daughters. My goal is to lay a solid foundation for them. I want to teach them to work smarter and not harder. But above all of that, I want to make sure that they are respectful, well-mannered, caring young ladies in society that can give back and do more for whoever's out there. Okay? I want them to be good people above everything. We're trying to escape the handouts. You know, people are sitting there waiting for stimulus checks. We're waiting for pandemic money, Uncle Donny handouts. No, we need to get away from that. You don't want to have something always hanging over your head. You're in a position to basically write your own paycheck. You're in a position to now live your dreams and you do what you want to do. You won't have to wake up to an alarm clock anymore if you're coachable and teachable. If you pay attention, get excited, and never quit. Okay, this is a reality checkup from the neck up from a 20-year-old millionaire. This 20-year-old became a millionaire with Bitcoin. What is Bitcoin? Bitcoin is cryptocurrency. It's new money. 2 very short videos. The young man is just giving you a little bit of a, you know, perspective from his lens, how he got into Bitcoin.
Well, me and my brother, we very close, and we were at this protest, and that's where we first heard about Bitcoin. We were in the middle of like getting tear gassed, and and then that's where we first heard about it. The Occupy Wall Street was happening at the time, so that's why we're super into Bitcoin.
So you consider yourself something of a libertarian? That's the sort of mindset that would be attracted to Bitcoin, something that is free of government intervention, it's not a fiat currency. Is that sort of what drove you to say this is something that the rest of the world may eventually want?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's what we liked about Bitcoin is it's completely free from political intervention and, you know, cronyism and all that stuff. So that's why I got into it, and we saw that as an incredible purpose, an incredible technology. So we just knew it was going to go up.
Explain to me, as if I were your grandmother, what cryptocurrency is.
Cryptocurrency is just like any other currency. At the technology level, it allows it so it can run self-sufficiently on its own.
How often do they introduce more coins into circulation?
There's these things called Bitcoin miners. Let's say Facebook didn't want to have servers, and then they paid you to run part of Facebook on your laptop. That's what Bitcoin does. So these people get paid for dedicating their computer space to running the Bitcoin network. So people have these entire server farms.
Hence what I'm trying to get into. Do you have any inside information? Like, people have to be cheating this. Nobody's regulating.
I mean,
how do you know when
I'm
a dip's
completely
coming?
innocent. I'm completely innocent. But yeah, definitely a lot of other people do that.
Oh, this is great. This is a
Nothing like
West.
a little Wall Street corruption, you know?
Well, that's the 20-year-old that became a millionaire, and so can we, because we're just as good as he is. Okay, you know, Bitcoin and its disruption to banking. And it is a big disruption to banking. Cryptocurrency will do to banks what email did to the postal service. Cast your mind back, 1994, when email first came into the charge. The post office took a stiletto in its backside. Instead of mailing a letter, you know, and it will take 3 to 5 days. You could send electronic correspondence and you'll receive it within minutes. If you had to pick your poison, you know what everybody did. They got their little CD-ROM, they pushed it into the tower of their computer, and they were happy as all Larry to hear that man shout, "You got mail." Okay, since I'd say 2,000 times since the beginning, you know, when Bitcoin first came into play, you know, you're going to have people making asinine statements about Bitcoin being a bubble, it's going to burst, it's a scam, it's all different things. It's not going anywhere. It's definitely a main staple for us. Okay. Okay, the biggest disruption in our entire history is the blockchain. This is another brief explanation of what Bitcoin is, what cryptocurrency is, just in layman's terms.
Modern technology allows people to communicate directly. Voice and video calls, emails, pictures and instant messages travel directly from A to B, maintaining trust between individuals no matter how far apart they are. When it comes to money, people have to trust a third party to be able to complete a transaction. Blockchain technology is challenging the status quo in a radical way. By using math and cryptography, blockchain provides an open, decentralized database of any transaction involving value, money, goods, property, work, or even votes, creating a record whose authenticity can be verified by the entire community. The future global economy will move towards one of distributed property and trust, where anyone with access to the internet can get involved in blockchain-based transactions, and third-party trust organizations may no longer be necessary. The uses of blockchain technology are endless. Some expect that in less than 10 years, it will be used to collect taxes. It will make it easier for immigrants to send money back to countries where access to financial institutions is limited. Financial fraud will be significantly reduced, as every transaction will be recorded on a public and distributed ledger.
All right, so you got a little bit of an insight on what Bitcoin is, cryptography. You know, what is cryptography? Cryptography is the study of secure communications techniques that allow only the sender and intended recipient of message to view its contents. We're going to get out of the status quo and the stinking thinking. You know, we're now going to be thinking outside the box and being a lot more creative, because things is really starting to get real. I drove through Wendy's earlier on today, and you're seeing these signs everywhere where they're asking for either exact change or they want you to pay with a card, you know, because of the shortage of coins and money. So please be aware and be mindful of what's going on around you. We're living in serious times. Our founder and visionary of this amazing club, his name is Mr. Darry Perkinson, also affectionately known as the beloved Mr. Wall Street. Okay, he is the amazing man that's come up with the MLS Bitcoin Club, massive leverage system, instant payment system, and MLS rotating hands. This gentleman is a retired master sergeant with the US Army. He gave 20 good years of his life, his formative years to be precise. Nearing the end of his tenure with the Army, he became a computer engineer because he realized very quickly upon retirement from the United States Army, he's going to need something to do and something that's going to make him some money. And obviously he needs to work smarter and not harder. Okay. And in doing so, he launched into his career as a computer engineer and then quickly realized this isn't all I can do. He became a trader. To become a trader is a huge deal, but he knew he had to perfect his craft. So he became a master trader. He didn't want to be a novice. He wanted to be at the top of his game. And he did just that. This gentleman made his monthly salary in 30 minutes and quickly realized he could give corporate America the middle finger. And he did just that. He's a man that's come from humble beginnings, okay? He's from the projects of Newark, New Jersey. For those of you that are not aware of what the projects are, I would say it's low-income housing, for lack of a better term. Okay, but where you are coming from doesn't dictate where you're going, because your past does not dictate your future. This gentleman went from being on welfare to now becoming a multi-liquid millionaire. That's not a millionaire with real estate. That's not a real millionaire with dead left. This is a millionaire with cash money. That's what liquid means. Okay. So I'm very, very, very proud to say that this gentleman right here is in my life, and he's one of my business partners. He's also a very honest man, and good people are hard to find. There's many times that people will join an opportunity and they don't even know if the picture of that person is real. This gentleman is real. We have contact and communication with him, you know, and that is huge. It's worth its weight in gold. And he does avail himself way more than anybody, I can definitely say. So we have the massive leverage system, the MLS Bitcoin Club and MLS Rotating Hands. The mantra is together we can prosper. This opportunity pours into you and your household. It's all about what you're going to get out of it. Okay, because what you put in is what you receive out. 0 + 0 = 0. So if you don't put anything forward, you're not going to get anything back. Okay, but together we can prosper. We're one team, one dream. United we stand. The biggest secret on the internet today is the MLS Bitcoin Club. There's no monthly fees with the MLS Bitcoin Club. So that's a beautiful thing that you're not getting a visit by a man called Bill. The referral model, 2 by 2 doesn't equal 4 in this case. It's you bring 2, you help 2, you get 2, and you just keep going on in your merry way. We've got 5 gentlemen on the screen, okay? 5 gentlemen on the screen. Collection of millionaires and billionaires. Jeff Brown, a Silicon Valley insider. Okay, he's got one special message to the people. Any man on the street can tell you the Bitcoin prices are going berserk, but most people don't know the underlying technology that powers all the cryptocurrencies and the Bitcoin as well. I just told you about the blockchain. The blockchain is the ledger, it's the technology that transacts all the cryptocurrency. So at least here, you get the inside scoop, okay? A very bold statement was made. By the year 2040, the US dollar will be replaced by gold and Bitcoin. The way things are looking, I believe it's going to be probably before 2040. If we've got a shortage of coins now, it's a serious thing. You know, please keep your eyes and ears open. You know, that's why we have 2 ears and 1 mouth, okay? The gentleman on the screen, John McAfee, most of you have heard of him for the antivirus software. We've got Curtis 50 Cent Jackson. We got Floyd Money Mayweather. We got Richard Branson. These are all millionaires and billionaires. They've all got Bitcoin in their portfolio because wealthy people circulate and invest their money. Poor people spend it. That's why you have 95% of the world which collects linear income, okay? And then you've got the 5% which have leverage income. We're part of the massive leverage system. So it all works hand in hand. It's all relative. These are all partners with Bitcoin. And this is just a drop in the bucket for all the partners that are involved with Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. So please don't sleep in class. Most people in America have been to Home Depot. You know, we've all heard of American Express, the American Red Cross. That's huge. They've all got their hand in cryptocurrency and Bitcoin. So if they've got their hands in it, why can't you? And it's absolutely free to download a Bitcoin wallet, okay? You've got these 2 gentlemen over here. Jeff Bezos with Amazon, he's a trillionaire. And he's a trillionaire off of us, our blood, sweat, and tears. Everyone on here maybe has ordered something from Amazon. We've contributed to this man being a trillionaire. You know, this is where it comes back down to, if your home economy is not growing, new ideas can pay your mortgage this week. This man, Jeff, is using leverage. You've got Jack Ma. Again, he's also using leverage as well to build his wealth. He's a multi-billionaire. So think about this. If we've got a trillionaire and a multi-billionaire, millionaire is the new normal, okay? In the United States, if your household income is below $300,000 a year, you're considered to be the working poor. Our visionary and founder of this club, he has made it his mission, if you want to walk with him, to make sure every member of this club becomes their own president and CEO of their own band. Form your own band and blow your own trumpet, and to make sure that your household income is above $300,000 a year. There's never a testimony without a test. Charity begins at home. He did that for my family. I went from being a six-figure earner, working in corporate America for 25 years, to then becoming my own president and CEO and climbing over that hump. He will help you get to the other side of money, but it's up to you if you want it, because the education is right here in the club, and it's very actually self-explanatory, and it's quite simple, but it's down to you. Everything starts with you. So the 5 pillars to wealth, this is what we're building, you know, our fortunes with, the 5 pillars to wealth. Okay, so it's creating the cash flow. We've got precious metals, including Bitcoin, the infinite banking system, learning how to trade and investing in real estate. Okay, you've got dilapidated building in the last pillar. Real estate is something to definitely think about. You know, it's not for everybody. Okay, but the thing is this: if you can get one of those houses in one of your cities for little or nothing, why not fix it up and bring the property value up collectively? As a family or as a group, we can do this. It's possible. We'll teach you how to acquire, protect, and grow your Bitcoin. In Switzerland, financial literacy is taught in preschool. Now, why is that? That should be something that should be mandated all over the world, okay? Because if our children are receiving financial literacy from preschool, that's about age 4. By the time they're 18 years old and they're college ready and college bound, they will have a portfolio together that will knock anybody's socks off, and they're not going to be, you know, easily taken in by the credit card bribes, and they're spending money that they don't have. One of our presenters, Mr. JB, will tell you when he got to college and he got those credit cards and spent up all the money and didn't realize he had to pay it back. The financial literacy wasn't there. You know, we don't want our children to go to the school of hard knocks. It's not cute for our children to be twerking and doing all that nonsense. Let's get them into this, okay? Because we want them to be better than what we were, okay? In our communities, you're going to see in the convenience stores, you're going to see the lottery machine, you're going to see the ATM machine, but now you're seeing Bitcoin machines where you can buy and sell Bitcoin. That's very important. Pay attention. So when you see that machine or something similar or something to that effect, you now know what it is. Comparing one Bitcoin to the US dollars equals possibilities, okay? 2008, we had a terrible economic downturn when people lost their pensions, houses. It was an awful crash. That's when Bitcoin came into the surface a year later. 2012, you couldn't get much for one Bitcoin, but if you were the one that saw it for what it was back then, you wouldn't be sitting here listening to LadyJo. I'm telling you that. You'll be laying on a beach somewhere, you know, pretending that the sand is your comforter, you know, but it's okay. It's not too late. We're all, you know, still in position to get a piece of the lion's share. 2013, you could get a little bit more, you know, act a little healthy with some fresh produce. 2014, you can get about a week and a half's worth of grocery. And if you want to feel warm inside, you could get some alcohol as well, which is nice. 2017 was when I came into the club. 20,000 for one Bitcoin. It cost about 1,200 for me to come in, starter level 1. Oh my, things have changed. Right now, it's like a Black Friday sale to come in at that level. 2020, here we are on the 18th day of October, 2020, and Bitcoin is over $11,000 a coin. We can most definitely get any of those vehicles used. So we're right on target. 2025, the single family home in the Bentley, that's definitely a reality, most definitely. And the way things are looking right now, if I were you, I'll definitely make sure that I'll have some Bitcoin in my wallet. This club has a lot to offer, okay? And if you don't get to the levels, we have 10 levels in this club, you're not going to benefit from it. You have to go in your back office, get to the levels, and take some of this education. After working 25 years from sun up to sundown without a thank you or an FU, giving somebody else 340 days a year, 340 days a year of my time, never having enough to go around. I may have been earning over 100,000, but if my bills were 150,000, what's the use? You're still redlining, you know, just being strangled. But Mr. Wall Street gave me the knowledge and the education that gave me the confidence and the tenacity to use the education on level 2 to start my own LLC. But it didn't stop at that. He also showed me how to get business credit and many other things. You've got all of this at your disposal. I am telling you, I listened to what he said. Back in 2018, he told every member of the club to get their LLC, get it set up properly. He didn't know there was going to be a pandemic 2 years down the line. But if everybody listened to him and you had your LLC set up, when the SBA were dishing out that money, 100,000, 200,000, 300,000, if you listened to what Mr. Wall Street said, you'd have been receiving some huge deposits. I listened to him. That's all I'm going to tell you. I listened and I followed his directions. And he even did a training on how to apply for the forgiveness loans for the SBA. I'm telling you, the man has a heart of pure gold. So you're in the right place at the right time. Level 4 in our club, solo 401k. Again, with his training and his coaching and his education, he brought a lot to my attention. He woke me up. After working 12 years on a job, a just over broke, that's what the acronyms of job stand for. 401k, it wasn't worth the paper it was written on. If he didn't shake me and wake me, when I looked in the 401k, there was $3,500 in there after 12 good years of service. I now have changed how I do things, okay? Solo 401k, all right? Again, level 4, credit. We're always toggling with credit. We're trying to get that credit score from poor to excellent. Level 1 will help you with the credit, okay? Level 3 will be the business credit. Saturday, if you were listening to the training that was delivered, it's $2,200 to get to level 3. You got that training on Saturday for free. And if you took copious notes and listened to what he was training on, that would have definitely taken you a long way. It's still not too late. If you're a member of the club already, press start here in your back office. Listen to that 3-minute, 53-second video on how to join the MLS Facebook page. Then you can go into the page and listen to it. The family banking system really humbled me. It really humbled me when he broke it down so simply. And I almost hung my head in shame because we're ordinary people doing extraordinary things. Let me just give you a small example. If we just take $17 a day, we can blow $17 in a day. We can go to Dunkin' Donuts for breakfast. We can have a nice salad at Salad Works for lunch if we're trying to be healthy. And then we can go through that drive-through again in the evening and blow $17. But if we take $17 and times it by 121 people, we've got $2,057. But if we times that by 365 days, we've got $750,000 sitting right here. Let's take that to a 5-year plan, just like it's a car payment. That's $3.7 million sitting right here. Let's say, for example, after 10 months of being in the family bank, you need to get a new car and your credit hasn't been fixed yet, and you need like $25,000. You can come to your family bank, have a meeting, and you know good and well you didn't put 25 grand into the family bank. But so long as we all agree on it, we can have a meeting and we can make changes for you. So this is where, if your home economy is not growing, there's no one to blame but you, because small things can grow into something massive, massive leverage system. We just have to do it together. That mortgage, level 5. Some people start with a 15-year mortgage. Some people have a 30-year mortgage, 20-year mortgage, and sometimes it goes to more than 50 years. Some people go to their deathbed and they still haven't paid off that mortgage. But level 5 will give you the education on how to pay that mortgage off in 5 to 7 years. The arrow is pointing to the interest that the mortgage company or the bank usually stuffs in their pockets. I hope your pockets are deep enough. Level 8, offshore accounts, will show you how to invest like the billionaires. Because when you get to level 8, you will have level 8 money. So it's a whole new day. Robert F. Smith, a billionaire tech investor and a philanthropist, Morehouse College students in Atlanta, he helped give them a peace of mind. He cleared their student loan debt. That man has a heart of pure gold, but he's heavily into cryptocurrency as well because he knows what time it is. Again, wealthy people invest and circulate their money. Poor people spend it. But like I said, your past doesn't dictate your future. We can move forward because if we know better, we can do better. Listen, grandma says, got to get me some Bitcoin. So we have a lot of seniors in our club, and I'm so proud of them because we're going from the younger generation all the way to our seniors. Because a lot of times we found the retirement money that you're living off of isn't enough to make ends meet. I don't understand that I live in a country where seniors have to pay for prescriptions and medicine and stuff like that. I was raised in England. Children and senior citizens do not pay for prescriptions. It's free. So I was horrified coming to America, seeing all these senior citizens having to spend all of their money on medication. And it's just so stressful and it's a headache, to the point where I have my own nonprofit for senior citizens because I know how important it is to take care of our elderly and to give back because it's a privilege to grow old. And I have a lot of respect for my seniors. Okay. So if grandma says, got to get me some Bitcoin, listen to what grandma's saying. Okay. So it's your choice how you want to build your wealth. You can do the slow track, and that's fine. You come in where you can fit in. You can do the slide home track. We got this disobedient little toddler. He's sliding home. He don't care. And he's giving everyone a heart attack with his little pamper going down the stairs. And then we got the fast track, super fast track. We got people that are just sick and tired of dealing with, all the nonsense and not having enough time to do what they need to do. And they're out. They just want to do it. So the decision is up to you, but don't sleep on it. Our MLS Bitcoin Club has 10 Bitcoin centers. We have 10 levels. Whatever you want to call them, we have 10 of them. Okay. And what you're seeing on the bottom in white is the increments of Bitcoin that you will come in to join our club. Keep in mind, I said this is a club. Okay. So clubs have privileges. Okay. So it goes by what the value of Bitcoin is at this particular moment. It's about it's just over $11,000 for lack of a better term. And the 0.016, that's about $185 if we're going to break it down into money. I speak money. Okay. And every level you get to, there's some education on there that's going to help you on your journey. Okay. Everyone comes in at the starter level, but it's up to you how far you want to go. But I am stressing to you, it's nice to make the increments of Bitcoin, and with leverage, it will evolve into one entire Bitcoin and you can earn up to 74.52 Bitcoins. But the education is far more valuable than anything else, because believe me, to have the knowledge to keep your Bitcoin and your cash flow going, that's what's important. So we're going to go from the starter level all the way to level 9. Okay. So we recommend the fast track. That's the best track, but you come in where you can fit in. Okay. So then we have level 2. Okay. And then every level has a different layer of education. Level 3 was very special this weekend, yesterday to be precise, because level 3 has education on there about building business credit. And the visionary and founder himself did a powerful training on level 3. It costs $2,200 to get to level 3. And he gave everybody that for free if you cared to join the training yesterday. Okay, so there's a lot of valuable information that will help you definitely go from strength to strength. Okay, then we got level 4, which is Ruby. And as we're climbing up, that 0.50, that's half a Bitcoin. So it will take about $5,500 to get to level 4, but you're going to leave level 4 once you filled your community with 1.5 Bitcoins. So you're going to leave with about 16,000. Okay. Level 5 is special because it's the sweet spot. It's level 5 to drive. It's level 5 to thrive. When you fill your community twice on level 5, well, you fill it once. You come in with 1 Bitcoin. We know that's 11,000. You leave with 3. That's about 33,000. But you fill it up twice. Our visionary and founder is going to throw 500 in Bitcoin for you to do whatever you like. Okay. Level 6 is special because it's diamond, and diamonds are a girl's best friend. I love diamonds. You come in with 2 Bitcoins, you leave with 6. That's $66,000. I'm just throwing numbers out there. Okay. We got level 7, which is double diamond. You walk in with 3 Bitcoins and you leave with 9. Okay. 99,000. Okay. We got level 8. Okay. That's triple diamond. You're walking in with 6 and you're walking in with 6 Bitcoin. Let me see what we're leaving with. My screen was covered. Sorry. Come on, Joe. My screen was covered. And you're leaving with 18. 180,000, 188,000. There you go. This stuff I should know off the top of my head by now. Kind of, sort of. Okay. Okay. Level 9. See you at the top. One of our presenters says. See you at the top because you've reached the mountaintop and you can most definitely see the promised land. You're walking in with 12 Bitcoin, but you're walking away with 36. Okay. That's over $360,000. Now we're definitely smelling the air differently. This is venture capitalist money. We're doing completely different deals. You know, when you are surrounded by people that are winning, the conversation is different. Everything is different. So it's very important to surround yourself with like-minded people, people that are going where you're going, okay? It's very important. Okay, the fast track, you know, we recommend that, but like I said, everyone has a different situation and a different rhyme or reason. But the most important thing I can tell you is jump in because you can learn as you earn, okay? And we have our golden wealth formula, okay? And it's basically L3 and 30 to equal 1, okay? So we want you to get, you know, from starter level to level 3 in 30 days to equal 1 Bitcoin. 1 Bitcoin in the next 30 days, $11,000 is a sweet deal. But let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen, in this club, it's possible. It's absolutely possible. And if you want this, if you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, you will be successful. It's all up to you. Everything starts with you. Okay, we have a community. Remember, I talked about when you come in at the starter level and you fill your community. I talked about the $185 because that's what it will cost to come in at the starter level. And remember, we have an annual fee of $99. Our visionary and founder is extremely kind because if I'm inviting you to join my community at the starter level, and somebody comes in with me, he instantly will give me $49 from the $99 annual enrollment fee. That's generous, okay? Very generous. In addition to that, the $185 that you walked in with, he's going to give me 50% of that, just like that, okay? So I've invited my first person in, and I've already received 50% back of what I brought in. Then I've invited the gentleman that delivers my sandwiches, the Uber driver. Okay, he comes in, I immediately get, 49 from the 99, and then I get, 50% of the 185. Okay, so the first person I brought in, she was talking to her brother, but grandmom overheard, and grandma's like, I want some of that Bitcoin. So when Nana talks, you better listen to Nana. Nana jumps in with her granddaughter. So guess what happened? She fell on my B line, which is my Bitcoin line. Okay. The young lady that brought her in got the $49, and she also got 50% too. But I got 50% just for being in the right place at the right time. So it can go either way. So it's up to you how quick you want to do this. Because if I brought that person in and they fell on my B line, I would have got the 49 and I would have got 100% if Nana fell on my B line. So I would have been walking away with not only everything that I've already put in, I would have got an extra $230. That is powerful. Then the next person, I brought them in because I saw what happened. Okay, I got the $49 and I got the 185. That is a sweet deal. Then the next person I just brought them in. I was just bringing them on home, bringing home the bacon. I got another $49 plus the 185. The last position, okay, that's to recirculate. If you personally bring them in, you'll get the $49, okay? But that 185 is split up, and it's going to fall on another member in the community's Bitcoin line. So sometimes you're going to find yourself receiving payments and you haven't lifted a finger. That's where it comes from. Okay, it's that last payment. So this is where it's member to member, peer to peer. This is a very powerful system that we have, and you have to be in it to win it. You have to be in position. Okay, so we have the golden wealth formula that I just spoke about, L3 and 30 to equal 1. We want to get you to the finish line. We want you to get some money for the holidays, okay? This is what one of our members' back offices look like. This is as early as May of this year, 2020. The red box, you're going to hear our visionary and founder talk about the red box. This person brought 44 people in. This person is called I Ain't Playing, okay? 10.22 Bitcoin, that's $97,000, okay? And this is a new member. This isn't someone that's been sitting around with me and the cobwebs. No, this is a new member that came in and saw the vision, and they was able to cop $97,000. 34 positions. They've opened 34 houses on various different levels. Because keep in mind, every level gives you more Bitcoin. And these are instant payments that go directly to your personal Bitcoin wallet. Okay, they don't go to anywhere else, they go right to you. So it's like receiving a Cash App, a Venmo, a Zelle. It goes directly to your wallet, and it's a beautiful thing. Level 7, the infinite banking system. Okay, if you Google Nelson Nash, he will talk about the infinite banking structure. Okay, it's a whole life insurance policy that builds cash value. It's on level 7 for a reason, because it takes money to open these policies. Okay, our visionary and founder wants you to build your cash flow before you start rolling with these policies. The example that you're looking at, that the death benefit on that policy is 1.3 million. Okay, started off at 1.4 million. To have a policy like that, it's about 12,500 a year. Most of us in the club that have these policies, we pay the policy up front for the year. Then you have something that's called a paid up edition. You can pay into it up to 100 grand. We're putting in 10 and 12,000 a month as well on top of that. So this is why level 7 is where this information sits, because we're putting some serious cash flow into these policies. Okay, you're going to get there. It's all good. Trezor, it's called a cold wallet. That's another term you're going to hear. Okay, so the word is Trezor. Okay, this device is like having a Swiss bank account in your pocket. It's ultra safe, it's ultra secure. It can house up to $100 million in cryptocurrency, not just Bitcoin, in that device. President Obama made a speech loosely talking about a Swiss bank account in your pocket. Well, if you can hold $100 million in your pocket and it's just on a piece of plastic, that is very powerful. But these are the times that we're living in right now. Okay, level 6, learning how to trade. Again, the reason why that's on level 6, because I'm a student of the MLS Trading Academy. You have to have cash flow to trade, because our visionary and founder does not want you using your bill money to trade. You will lose your mind, and it's stressful to do it like that. All right, caution, warning, time is yours. Time to make the critical walk. There's one path to financial freedom. That's the MLS Bitcoin Club. Together we can prosper. But ladies and gentlemen, I am about to launch into our next phase of MLS. It's MLS Rotating Hands. And when I tell you this is like our Bitcoin Club on steroids, this right here has had me awake with bright eyes and bushy tail since July of this year, when it first came into, when it was birthed. Okay, there is a monthly fee for the phases with the MLS Rotating Hands, but it's a fee well spent. Okay, so The true mark of greatness is not found in what a person does with their own life. It is found in helping others discover that they too can become great. Okay, what you're seeing on my screen is our original structure, okay, of rotating hands. But we put together some nice words. It's helping others towards achieving their goals. In return, your reward will be a tenfold blessing. Okay, so I want you to just grab those words because we're trying to help others towards achieving their goals. Okay, because we want to bless people with this opportunity. Okay, so the starter phase is where everybody will start coming into rotating hands. There is a monthly fee. This is the only phase that you can have a $10 monthly fee. Okay, or if you would like, you can pay $60 and that will cover you for the entire year. Okay, but that special only runs until the 5th of January 2021. All right, so we've got all walks of life coming into rotating hands. Okay, we've got the young, we got the old, we got everybody. And that's what I love about this opportunity. It's open for everyone, and you come in with your $25. Okay, so grandma and grandpa, they brought their pinochle buddies and they brought their granddaughter in. Guess what? Granddaughter brought in her one-eyed boyfriend Slick that they can't stand, but they were so glad that the boy wasn't doing anything against the law like he normally is, and he joined rotating hands. They breathed a breath of fresh air. She brought in her intelligent work colleague, but guess what? They fell on the pay line for grandma and grandpa. They got 2 payments of $25 just like that. But guess what, ladies and gentlemen? They could receive it with Cash App, Venmo, Zelle, Z Black Card, Bitcoin, Ethereum, or Bitcoin Cash. We have choices how we're receiving this. So now, if you've got to pay an electricity bill or you've got to pay, a water bill, you can do that. You're going to get 4 payments of $25. Okay, but guess what? The third payment that comes in, you're going to put that back into recirculate. So you could receive your 3 payments all to yourself, $75 over and over and over. That's a nice quick $75. And you can make this within minutes. That's how powerful this opportunity is. And we're ordinary people doing extraordinary things. So now we're rotating with 75. Just from 25, okay? We're going to move on. But this is what I'm going to tell you. That this is open to the general public, ladies and gentlemen. So when they get to the phase of $500, they will have to join the MLS Bitcoin Club for the financial education. This is mandatory. So what Lady Jo is doing for people coming into rotating hands, I am bringing them to sign up with MLS to get a free account, okay? So when they get to the $500 phase, they're already in position to win, because it's always better to be prepared for an opportunity than to have an opportunity and not be prepared, because we are all winners here. Okay, so the next phase is $50. Okay, see the pinochle buddies, they jump right in for the $50. Okay, one-eyed Slick, okay, and one of his friends came in, but grandma and grandpa, they got 4 payments of $50. The third payment goes back into recirculate. Ladies and gentlemen, we've now got $75 circulating. Now we've got 150 circulating. That's $225. It's actually possible for this to happen in a day. $225 a day, ladies and gentlemen. That's $1,575 a week. Times that by 52 weeks, that's $81,000, okay? $81,000 a year that's going directly to you in the form of Cash App, Venmo, Zelle, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash. Some people will never see that type of money come into them like that in 1 year, but this is just with $50 and $25, okay? So even though these are smaller amounts of money, you can work wonders with it, okay? Then the next phase is $150. You're coming in with $150 and you're going to receive 4 payments, but the third payment goes back in to recirculate. So now you've got $450 working for you. So now we've got 75, 150, 450. That's $675 circulating for you. In a week, that's 4,700. Okay, in a year, that's $245,000 circulating for you just on $25, $50, and $150. And it just gets better and better and better. Okay, so I just want you to just, just think on the basic scale. With these 3 phases, it can change your life. And I will go over the fee structure once I've gone through the rotation. Okay, so here it is, 500. This is going to be your mark where you're going to have to jump into MLS. And we already talked about basically $285. But if you're getting 4 payments of 500, one going back into the rotation, we're rolling with $1,500 here on this phase. And we're going to keep, circulating that. We're now in a life-changing situation. Things are definitely looking a lot different, You'll be looking at the house, how Celie did on The Color Purple when she finally got that house and she put her glasses on and started screaming, because now you're looking at life a little different. Okay, next phase is $1,000. $1,000. You're going to get 4 payments of $1,000. The third one goes into recirculate. Okay, now you're seeing $1,000 in currency. Now you're seeing numbers 0.0944812. You're getting Bitcoin payments as well. Okay, and you're probably saying, well, how am I going to spend this thing called Bitcoin? You've got a BitPay MasterCard. That's the new card that came out. Okay, you get a BitPay wallet, which is completely free. Okay, you can have that on your phone, your tablet, wherever you want to put it, but you can transfer from your BitPay wallet to the BitPay MasterCard and spend it anywhere MasterCard's accepted. You can also push it into the ATM machine, withdraw up to $6,000 a day. Increments, the highest increment is $2,000. You can put that card in 3 times and withdraw $6,000. Okay. And also, if you want to swipe it anywhere MasterCard's accepted, you can swipe up to 10,000 a day. Like I said, now we're doing things a little different. $2,000, you're going to get 4 payments of $2,000. The third payment goes in to recirculate. And you're seeing it's all different types of people doing this. Just start talking. That's all I'm asking you to do. Just start talking. Open up your mouth and let people know what's going on. Okay? Because this is powerful. Now it's $3,000. 4 payments of $3,000. The third payment goes in to recirculate. Okay? So you're walking away with $9,000. $9,000, people. Now it's really getting real. $5,000. You're going to get 4 payments of $5,000. The third payment goes in to recirculate. Okay? $15,000 you're walking away with. And these are all the phases that are still rotating simultaneously. Okay? Then we got $7,500. 4 payments of $7,500. The third payment goes in to recirculate. You're walking away with $22,500. Now we're right at the end. Okay? We've got $12,000 to come into this phase. You're going to get 4 payments of $12,000. The third payment goes into recirculate, but now you are the winner of your generational wealth. Congratulations to you. What is your why? And make sure you continue with the MLS education, because you're going to be walking away with $93,675. Okay, so let me go back to the fee structure. I know I only gave you the information, the $25 fee level, and it's the $10 a month, or you can pay $60 for the whole year. That special is good until the 5th of January. Now you've got the $50 level, the $150 level, and the $500 level. Okay, you can either, it's going to cover all 3 phases. You can do $40. That will be for a quarter of the year. That's 3 months. Or you can do $75 that will give you 6 months. Or you can pay $150 and it will cover those 3 phases for 1 year. Okay, then we have the $1,000, $2,000, and $3,000 phase. That's $180 for all 3 phases for 1 year. Okay, now we got the big dog, the big Willy Wonka, the $5,000, the $7,500, and the $12,000. It's a one-time annual fee of $500 for all 3 of those phases. And the type of cash flow you're going to be circulating, it's a drop in the bucket. is to keep the lights on and the wheels turning. So what I want you all to do is think about the power of pi, okay? Press for the mark, for tomorrow is not promised. We're the winners of generational wealth, okay? And this basically concludes Rotating Hands and the MLS Bitcoin Club vision. And I truly appreciate everyone for spending their time on this wonderful Sunday evening with me, Lady Jo. I'll turn it over to you, Miss Jeannie, if there's anything you'd like to add.
Well, thank you so much, Lady Jo. That was an awesome presentation, as always. I appreciate you guys coming out, but Wall Street, do you
Hello,
have
everybody.
anything to say?
I do. Lady Jo, great presentation. I like the slides. Great presentation. For all the folks that's on level 5, I found a brand new resource for a HELOC. I will be putting that information in the back office on the HELOCs once I get it. Once I call them this week, it would be back there, and they are doing the HELOCs up to 90% of the value of your home. So I want you to think about that. If you're talking about you got a house, you had at least pay down 20% of it. And let's say, for example, your house is $200,000. You put down, let's just say $40,000 on a house. Okay, you did 40,000 in your payments over the years or whatever. And now you're ready to get that house or pull some escrow, some equity out of it. At the same time, your payments can go in the place of the mortgage. In other words, the mortgage goes away. You will not have a mortgage anymore. That means your bill, your monthly bill will go down. So if you're paying $1,200 a month, you might be paying about $680 a month. But that payment that's going in there, you're able to use it again next month. You're able to use the money you paying into the house every single month. I want you to think about that. If you're not on level 5, I highly suggest you guys get there. Get on level 5. It's going to be, the year is closing out. We got 2.5 weeks. A lot of things are happening. We're getting ready to open up $7,500 in the next week and a half. On the 1st, we're going to open that up. So you guys right now can join the 5,000, the 3,000, the 2,000, the 1,000. You can start getting some things moving now. I'm just excited for the future, and hopefully you guys are getting excited as well for what we got going on. With that being said, appreciate you guys coming to the calls. Stay focused, guys. Stay focused because the year end is closing. You got to stay focused. How many people you need to go and start to become a millionaire? How many people you need? I see 4 says 6 people. That's right, 6 folks, $25. 6 people, $25. That's all you need. 6 people to see the vision. $25 plus the $10. I highly recommend they do the $60 for the entire year. But that's all you need, guys, to catch that vision. If everybody catch that vision, you are going to be a winner. That's it. It is not hard that we're doing. It's all about playing the game and catching the vision, and you're changing your life. With that being said, you guys take care. God bless. I'm gonna turn it back over to you. I'm out of here.
Wall Street, before you out, can you do me a favor and go to 2020 on Wheels and approve Jesus 2020? Because there's nothing back there to approve them. It's nothing under active. Nothing is there.
Okay, I could do that. All right.
I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you all for coming out this evening, and we will see you guys on tomorrow with Byron. He will be our presenter for tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern. You guys have a wonderful night. Good night.